Welcome back to Pastry Maestra. I'm Tereza and today I'm making black currant and white chocolate tarts. As usual, the recipe is on my site and the link is down below. To make shortcrust pastry, I've placed sifted flour into a large bowl. I'll add sifted almond flour, powdered sugar, and vanilla powder and stir with a whisk. Then I'll add cold butter cut in cubes and rub the dry ingredients into the butter with my fingertips until I get crumbly mixture. Now I'll add egg yolks and make the dough. I will wrap it in plastic foil and leave it in the fridge for about 1 hour. I've placed a piece of parchment paper onto my counter and now I will put half of my dough onto it. I will roll out the dough to 2 mm, which is 1/12 of an inch thickness, using my adjustable rolling pin. I'm rolling from the center towards one end, at the same time holding the opposite side of the paper with my hand, so the paper doesn't slide. I will sprinkle some flour to prevent the dough from sticking to the rolling pin. I will put everything in the freezer for about 20 minutes to chill. I will be using oval-shaped perforated tart molds. Circumference of my mold is 30 cm, which is 12 inches. Using my tart mold as a template, first I will cut out 3 oval-shaped pieces of the dough and each piece will be the bottom of my tart. Then I will cut 3 approximately 2.5 cm, which is 1 inch wide strips that will be the sides of my tarts. I will measure my strips with measuring tape and trim them to 30 cm, which is 12 inches length. I will repeat rolling and cutting procedure with remaining pastry because my goal is to make 6 tarts in total. I've placed my tart mold onto a perforated silicone mat. First, I will carefully line the sides of the mold with pastry strip. I will cut out the excess pastry and smooth it with my fingers. Then I'll put the mold in the fridge for about 10 to 15 minutes. I've prepared a paper template which is about 4 mm, which is 5/32 of an inch smaller than my tart mold. I've put it onto the elongated piece of pastry that will be the bottom of my tart, and now I'll trim the pastry using my small knife. Then I will insert the pastry into the mold. I will smooth the bottom with my fingers. Finally, I'll trim the excess pastry using my small knife. I'll put my lined molds in the fridge for about 15 to 20 minutes. My dough is chilled. I will dock the bottom with a fork and bake my tarts at 180 degrees centigrade, which is 350 degrees Fahrenheit, for about 8 to 10 minutes. My tarts are done and now I will brush their interior with egg wash. I'll put them back in the oven for another 2 minutes and then I will leave them to cool down completely. To make black currant jelly, I've soaked gelatin in cold water. As soon as my gelatin softens, I will take it out and squeeze to get rid of the excess water. I've put black currant puree into a bowl. I will add sugar and stir with a whisk. I will heat up this mixture in the microwave. My puree is hot. I will add soaked gelatin and stir until it melts. I will pour the jelly into my tart shell until I cover the bottom. I will shake the tart to distribute the jelly evenly and put everything in the freezer to set. To make black currant cremeux, I will soak gelatin in cold water. As soon as my gelatin softens, I will take it out and squeeze to get rid of the excess water. I've put black currant puree into a pan. I will add sugar and eggs and stir well with a whisk. I will cook this mixture on medium heat, stirring constantly until it boils. My mixture is boiling, and now I will remove the pan from the stove. I will add gelatin and stir until it melts. I've transferred the cream into a measuring cup. I will add butter and blend everything with immersion blender. I've transferred my cremeux into a piping bag without tip, and now I will fill my tart all the way to the top. I will shake the tart to distribute the filling evenly and place everything in the freezer to set. To make black currant mousse, I've soaked gelatin in cold water. As soon as my gelatin softens, I will take it out and squeeze to get rid of the excess water. I've put black currant puree into a bowl. I will add sugar and stir with a whisk. I will heat up this mixture in the microwave. My puree is hot. I will add soaked gelatin and stir until it melts. I will whip cream in my stand mixer to soft peaks. I will pour my warm mixture into the whipped cream and stir with the whisk until my mousse becomes uniform. Then I will pour it into 7.5 by 7.5 centimeters, which is 3 by 3 inches mold that I've previously lined with cling film until I cover the bottom of the mold. I will shake the mold to distribute the mousse evenly and put everything in the freezer until it sets. Then I will cut it into strips approximately 1 centimeter, which is 3/8 of an inch wide, and place them in the freezer until needed. To make white chocolate mousse, I'll soak gelatin in cold water. As soon as my gelatin softens, I will take it out and squeeze to get rid of the excess water. I've heated my milk in the microwave, and now I'll add soaked gelatin and stir until it melts. I've melted my white chocolate in the microwave on low heat, and now I'll add milk and gelatin mixture and stir with a whisk until the mixture becomes uniform. I will whip cream in my stand mixer to soft peaks. My white chocolate mixture is lukewarm, and now I will add it to whipped cream and stir until it becomes uniform. I've put my mousse into a piping bag without tip, and now I will fill my molds halfway. I will insert 1 frozen stick of black currant mousse in the middle. Then I will fill the mold all the way to the top with remaining white chocolate mousse. I will smooth the top using my small spatula and place everything in the freezer until it sets. My mousse is set. I've lined my turntable with cling film, and now I will spray my mousse with white velvet spray. I've placed the mousse onto my tart. I will fill the holes with remaining blackcurrant cremeux and decorate my tart with 1 flower. There, my delicious blackcurrant and white chocolate tarts are done. Enjoy!
Oh baby, you are so sweet, so delicious and yummy, so good to eat. I wanna lick you, feel your sweetness on my lips. Forever and ever, you'll stay on my hips.
I'm Teresa. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you liked it. If you want to stay in touch, follow me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, and of course, visit my site where you can find elaborate posts with lots of pictures, additional information and recipes that follow my every video. Also, on my site you can download my free 365 pages ebook, The Pastry Chef, and maybe buy me a macaron. if you think that I've earned it. Now, before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. That really helps a lot. Finally, and this is the most important thing, don't forget to create sweetness every day, because sweetness is happiness. See you in my next video. Bye!